Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Frantic Nerdcast, episode number 81. What a start that was. How are we going, guys?
Oh, it was a start indeed. And I say it every week. You wouldn't want it any other frantic way.
That's right. That's right.
And I hope all the Franticlers out there are doing a great job too.
Yet again, shoehorn it in there.
Welcome,
I will.
Franticler.
Bevan knows as many a merch sale when it goes live. So.
He really does. He really does.
Maybe we could do a limited edition Franticler shirt. I'm a Franticler, it says on it.
I'm not having any part of that.
Brock will be the model for it.
Specifically only made for Bevan, and he has to wear it everywhere. It just says, I'm a Franticler.
The number one Franticler.
I'm a Franticler. Ask me why.
What do you think, Bevan?
That just made it so much worse.
What have we been up to this week?
Not much. I said I'm looking forward to ComicCon this weekend coming up for AJ and myself. So it's going to be sweet. Yeah, we're going down there to shoot a few nerdy things, talk to the nerdy community, and hopefully make sure there's a second Franticler, so Bevan's got a friend. I'm sure he'd like a friend.
Do you want a Franticler friend, Bevan?
Apologies to all the friends out there.
All the other fans, like all our American fans and all that kind of stuff, probably sitting there going, "Who is this Bevan person? And why is he a Franticler?"
Go back to what, episode 12?
Oh, something like that.
Very, very early on.
So, explain to the lovely people how we got these wonderful tickets.
So, I'm a lucky bastard sometimes. And I won a competition. So, Daniel Graham over at Boz Dykes World in conjunction with Rocket Comms, who is a company that I think is helping put on Comic-Con, ran a competition. I entered on Instagram and I was lucky enough to win. So, yeah, got a double pass for the weekend. So, yeah, AJ and I are going to head on down on Saturday, potentially the Sunday, but I would say more than likely just a single day with the amount of time we had to organise it. But
some of us have families.
Yeah, some of us have pregnant wives that will yell at me. So, we'll see.
Especially considering we're making our way to PAX as well.
Yes. So we'll see how ballsy I feel on the Sunday if I go back, but probably not.
But it's, I'm looking forward to it. Like I like these events. They have like the artist alleys, which are always pretty cool, and you get some really nice prints. I've got some really cool Harley Quinn prints and stuff from Supernovas before.
Ooh, if you find some nice Batman ones, I'm
sure there would be some beautiful ones.
If you want to send me some photos while you're perusing,
I will just buy them on your behalf,
I may.
fine.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so I know in terms of purchases, I'm only really going there to try and get the Chase Pikachu for Surging Sparks. If you saw episode 99 of Ripping Packs, you would have saw I pulled the Chase Charizard out of Paldean Fate, so I'll probably use that as a stepping stool to get towards the Pikachu. So,
but I have to say that is that the one with the print errors on it?
Yes. That's why I said it'll be a stepping stone. It won't be a straight trade. It'll be a stepping stone. So unfortunately, yeah, pulled out of the pack. Centering was pretty poor, and the back of it has definitely some whiting.
I have to say that's the first episode that I've watched of you opening your packs where your hands were shaking when you opened it. That's the first time.
And I had one of my friends go, "Was that fake?" Because in the start of it, when I was opening that pack, I was like, "Oh, like to pull the Bubble Mew, but actually the Charizard's pretty good. Wouldn't mind pulling it." And then I went and pulled the Charizard. I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like I was legitimately speechless. Pulled it, put it in its sleeve, finished the video, and then ran down laughing hysterically to my wife, like, "I just fucking pulled a card that's worth money."
You got me out of bed for that.
She's like, I just sell it then. I don't
care. Yeah, that was the first time I saw you. Like you could see your thumb when you were like putting it in the sleeve, doing like the little twitches and stuff. And I was like, now he understands.
You thought you were addicted before. Now you're fucked.
Yeah. The next weekend of filming videos, I filmed quite a lot because I was chasing that.
Chasing that deal. Chase the drag. Chase the Charizard.
But no, yeah. And then obviously episode 100 came out on Monday as well. So as we sidetrack into some Ripping Packs journey, but yeah, so. Episode 100's out and looking forward to the next 100. So it's been a good journey so far.
And when does Mega Revolution start?
So Mega Evolution comes out next Friday.
Yeah, it's not far away.
Phantasmal Flames, which you've got up on the screen, doesn't come out until November.
Yes.
Oh, so that's not the first set?
That's the second set.
Oh, I thought that was the first set.
No, the second one that comes out is Mega Evolution because they always do like a base set, which is just Mega Evolution, and they added fucking tag to everyone from
So we've a challenge has been thrown down to Brock and I from Mr. Phil over in WA from Vikings Collects. So the three of us are going to be trying to master set it and see who can complete it first. So
follow along for some good banter.
So there'll be, and I think we need to establish some ground rules. Like we're going to do like a true mask set. We need to do all the reverse hollows and things like that.
I think
that's just stupid. I think you just need one of each numbered card plus the non-numbered.
So Brock and I were having a chat about my Surging Spark set the other day, and I'm like, I'm almost nearly done. Really, I need a few of the rares, and then obviously just the chase cards illustrations, and then I actually typed out a list of everything I needed, including the reverse hollows. I still need like well over 100 cards.
Yeah, no, I think if you're going to be collecting like a master set, the reverse hollows they don't do anything for you, right? In my opinion, I think it just needs to be one of each base card, so 1 to 100 or whatever it is. They can be reverse hollows, they can be non-hollows, whatever the fuck you want, and then one of each of the alt arts and
I would say that would be it. It's really, obviously, I think the challenge will come down to who just gets lucky enough to pull the big.
Well, number one, it's way too fucking expensive to try and get reverse hollows as well. It's expensive enough just to try and get the fucking master sets.
But I think something that we can obviously chat about with Phil is we can do it in almost like a 3-leg perspective. Like you've got to get all the like the base non-alt arts and whatever. So as you said, if it's 1 to 100, finish the 1 to 100. There's like the first leg. Second leg is finish all of the 101 through to fucking whatever it ends up being.
To get 20 IRs. We can set little like relay times.
I think you should have kind of like how PlayStation and Xbox and stuff has your achievements.
Yes.
Yeah. So you should set a list of 10 achievements. So
that's a great idea.
The first to get
the first to finish the 5 sets.
Pokemon Go has it. Like if you get the 3 evolutions of one particular Pokemon, so the first to get those 3 evolutions, and the first to get Mega, the first to get, or if first to get like the 3 Megas or whatever, how many Megas there are, the first to get all of the
the first gold card. Yeah, actually, don't mind. So rather than like obviously the goal is to complete the set, but we'll have little like achievements.
Well, I think they will help you sort of keep the momentum going. So I think talk amongst yous and try and figure out little mini prizes as well. Yeah. So maybe it's the first to get 3 achievements. The other 2 have to buy that person a booster pack or something like that.
Yeah, all right. We've got some ideas to play with. I like the idea of achievements through to and if we're doing commissioner. If we're doing it that way as well, I think we have to go a true master set and do.
That'll be the true goal. But as I said, that way there's little things we can chip off.
And I think one of the ones should be the first to get one of like the pimp cards.
The chase card.
First to get that.
Which is gold for the first time.
The other 2.
Yeah, because the first time in a long time anyway.
Yeah, the other 2 have to pay to get it graded.
That's okay.
Oh, actually, I don't mind that one.
Yeah. Although technically once it's graded, it's not a part of the set anymore. That's the only issue.
We'll cross that bridge when we cross it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, for the card to be a part of the set, it has to be in the binder.
Yeah. We're getting graded binders.
I want every card in the master set graded. Every card.
But yeah, so we're looking forward to, because as you said, and Phil and I were having this conversation the other day too, that he's trying to collect Destined Rivals. I'm doing Surging Sparks, and we both kind of hit that wall of we're ripping packs, but they're getting harder to find because we're coming to the end of the Scarlet Violet run to get those chase cards because we've got all the base cards. So
by the end of it, it has to get to the point where you just have to buy cards.
Well, that's what exactly. I'm basically at that point now. So which is why Collecticon was really great, especially when I found. I want to say it was where you got the you won the graded card.
Yes.
The TCV Vault.
Yeah, Vault. Yeah.
That was great because they just had binders of bulk cards, and I went through and I spent like 10 minutes there. Bought like the 20 cards I was missing in the things like that. So I need to go to stalls and even like maybe Urban Empire and go through their bulk again and start finding those reverse hollows that way. And other than that, it's just starting to.
I think we need to do a little Urban Empire sort of mission with the 3 of us, and we'll go over there and take our Pokedex binders as well, and try and get as many of like the bulk shit that we possibly can, and try and fill those motherfuckers out.
I've come to the conclusion I need to get my Gigabinder happening as well. I haven't got it yet, but like I might as well, considering I'm fueling your 2 Gigabinders, so I might as well fuel my own.
No, because if you do it, then we don't get the cards.
So that's
no, you will. You'll just get the shitty version of the same card.
With like on the Gigabinder as well. Mine has been pretty well fueled from your expeditions.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm fueling your 2s, I might as well fuel my own. Like
I'm up to about 600.
Shit, really?
Yeah, I think check the other day. It was about 600 that I'm up to across all the sets. I'm sitting at like 60-ish per set pretty consistently across them.
So
I reckon I'm probably about 400 cards.
So my only issue with me starting one is I would then if I started to pull like the illustration rares of cards that I don't like that aren't in my Surging Spark set, they go straight to the back of the binder ready to be traded and things. So traded a bunch of them at school the other day for the Bulbasaur from Stellar Crown with one of the teachers. So, and because that was all it was 80, I didn't have so all my $5, $10 ones got traded in.
See, I think personally, if you're going to be doing the Pokédex thing, then it should be fill it with shit first. So just try and finish the Pokédex. Then you can go and fill it with your alt arts and stuff. Because your alt arts, like you said, they should be used for trading. If you're trying to collect master sets and all that kind of shit, they should be used for that.
Yeah, because it's otherwise for me, like it's like when we went to Collecticon, like there were a few cards I was like, well, that's just out of my price range. But then I was able to trade and like throw $5 on top of it. And that's, again, that Charizard will be used that with cash to get that the Chase Pikachu. So
and that's one of
that's the only way to really do it, I think.
That's one of the benefits I've had is like when I've been ripping packs and whatnot, I haven't, because I've been going after the Gigabinder, I haven't been trying to do a master set. So any alt that I don't need, it just goes straight into the binder. Any other, like, even if they're not necessarily an alt, but like Pokeballs, Master Balls, and those types of things, it's like, well, they can go in the binder for trading. Like they're still they can be worth up to $15-20 and whatnot, depending on the cards.
Mate, so over 100 if it's the Umbreon one. I didn't
exactly. But yeah, you can start to build off those things. So I've got a couple of like IRs within there or full arts and stuff within my trade binder that I'm just starting to build on. But then I've also got other ones that are just kind of like, you know what, that's a dollar card that somebody may want to trade with. So just fucking throw it in there for now.
But it's going to be great. But yeah, back to the original topic of Sydney Comic Con. It's going to be great fun.
I think so.
But yeah, now, did I hear a rumor that one of our D&D colleagues is a cosplayer for things like this?
I did, yeah. So Ryan Bora, he's part of the RPG Beginners Beer League, which is our D&D group.
We've been playing for 6 years, and yes, we are still beginners.
Very much still beginners.
Hey, I'm a beginner this round.
So he is... he's a professional cosplayer, so he's paid by Sony and stuff to go to like PAX and stuff like that and cosplay as old mate from Gears of War. Not Gears of War.
Kratos.
He'd be good at Gears. We should try and convince him to dress up as old Marcus from Gears of War.
Marcus Phoenix.
I reckon he'd
have to shave.
No, Marcus can have a beard.
No, he's got... yeah, but not...
It's grizzled Marcus. It's like they had 2 weeks off.
It's old man Marcus.
No, I think he suits... I'm pretty sure it's Kratos. He suits Kratos like...
Oh, yeah.
That is fucking just him. He is... Kratos was based off of Bora. Let's put it that way.
He gets his roller check in the
But don't touch the cable. Don't touch the cable.
Continue.
Yeah, I don't think he'd suit Phoenix. I don't think he would. There's definitely other characters along those lines that of the Kratos.
He should do Master Chief and remove his helmet. That'll make everything.
But speaking of D&D, yeah, like you just said, it was your first time playing an actual game of D&D because I believe you've had a little dabble before.
I've dabbled where I started a league once, but I went to the first one and enjoy the people that were playing. I just didn't enjoy the people playing the game. Because it just was a bit too slow for me and I just wanted to get into it. But in saying that, still, I probably actually need to attend a full session because I had an event on, so I came midway through right at the action parts. It was great. I got to come right for the battle. But yeah, no, it was good. Learning things. So I basically came to your last session and was just a fly on the wall, observed and tried not to speak too much. And then this one, came in and have entered the fray. So my dwarven barbarian was captured and freed by you lovely gentlemen. So
and it's good because it's also Brock's first time DMing this campaign. So this was the third.
This is the third session.
Session, and Brock's first time. I've been permanent DM for the last 5 years, and so Brock's kindly taken over the role. And it's my first actual time playing a campaign, so it's first for everyone.
I know that when you jumped on the other side for a couple of the one shots, you didn't enjoy it too much. How have you enjoyed being on the other side this time round?
I think I've built a better character this time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is actually making me enjoy it because at the time I've done the one shots, I just had a slapstick sort of character because I knew it wasn't going to pass sort of level 1. And also, I think from memory, though, like we'll jumping straight in at like level fucking 12 or some shit from memory.
I think the one that I did was like level 7 or 8.
Yeah, and so this time we started at 3, and it's been good fun. I'm a cleric named Rockshmere Van Luton the Fourth. And
doesn't like little people, so that doesn't bode well for me.
No. I don't mind little people. I don't like demonic conjuring style things because my character's backstory is that his family was killed by demons, and so anything that conjures that he thinks is representative of a demon, he wants to kill outright. It mainly comes from being a DM and fuckwits having conjurers that go, I'm just going to send my thing down there and do, like, they're going to do all the work. It's like, no, fucking walk down there yourself and do it your fucking self. I'm not explaining to your little fucking bird that can't fucking see it. Like, fuck off. Walk down. That's where my hate for these little pieces of shit has come from.
So is it Bora that doesn't like dwarves?
Yes.
Someone in the party doesn't like dwarves.
dwarves.
Someone else, and then Wellesley doesn't like little people because he's had a few issues with children.
In the second episode, he accidentally killed some children.
No, just one.
Just one, yeah.
Just one. Come on, not two. It was only one. Like,
just maimed the second. But no, yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting into it. I said I've modelled my character off Gotrek from Gotrek and Felix, basically, because that way I know a bit of the backstory about him. There he is there, hiding on set.
There he is there, for those of you watching on Videoland.
Yeah, third session. I am now a dwarf.
Nailing that focus.
Yeah, third session through. I'm having fun. I think I took the first set not too seriously. I think I planned it out too much. So now the other ones, I'm doing far less planning and far more off the cuff. And I think I'm enjoying that part a bit more.
One of the big things for you when in your first session, which I learned obviously over doing it for so long, was you got to sort of accustom the rules to the table.
Yes.
Which you were kind of trying to push certain ways of playing and stuff on the players, and they're just like, no, not having a bar of it, kind of thing. So, and then the second session, you kind of adjusted the law to that, and it's like, oh, so much easier.
Yes. Find the balance between the two. I think there'll still be times when I'll shift in one direction or the other, just because it's like
the story needs it.
Exactly. But as I mentioned previously, I decided to rip my own hair out and write it myself, or at least use the help of AI to write something, which is it's been a lot of fun doing it, but it's also kind of like fuck putting things together and whatnot. So, but no, awesome fun. I'm having fun. I haven't gone mad with power yet, but I can see it happening.
In all honesty, sometimes the pre-written ones as well, they are just as much fucking work.
Yeah.
Like, you think, oh, it's already pre-written. No, you got to read that whole fucking book so you know what's going where and stuff, and you can't. Half the time in those books, like when we're doing those campaigns, things would happen. I'd be like, I'm not reading ahead, so I'm just going to make stuff up and hope that it gets close to what it has to be.
Well, that's how I became King of the Giants.
That's right.
As you said, like the pre-written ones work if everyone sort of follows to clues and stuff. If people just go down a whole different tangent or don't pick up on a clue, then you still got to make shit up to divert the backstory, or it's something completely different anyway. So. Yeah, so far I said I've enjoyed my 1.5 sessions. I look forward to actually playing a proper full one soon.
No, but it's one of those games that at first, like I think I've said this before on the podcast, like when I first got back into board gaming like 15 years ago or whatever it was, and I'd go to the game shop and play games with my mates, I'd sit there and you'd see the D&Ds down the back of the room and they're like, man, I cast fucking illusion and blah, blah, blah. And you're like,
fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds, man. Fucking nerd.
Now look at us go.
And then eventually I played it, and after the first session, I still remember we all looked at each other and went, oh, fuck, it was fun.
But I think it's definitely a game, though.
See you next week.
the people you play with do matter.
Oh, yes. 100%.
Because I said a really good mates with the people I tried to play that first round with, on the game table just didn't work for me, because I'm like, they're just too slow. They're they're trying to ask questions and role play the situation. I'm like, you're role playing that a little bit too much, guys. Let's come on. Like, we've got the answer. Let's start to move on and act on the stuff. So.
I personally, and I'm put the camera on me, chucking this out as a challenge as well. I would like the Frantic Nerdcast boys and the girls who don't D&D to have a session.
Alana, I'll message you.
That'd be very interesting, because that'd be very different forms of play.
Very much so. Yes.
I'd be very interested.
Very fucking different.
Just a beautiful. I think we could do like
a one-shot campaign.
Do like a one-shot live stream or something like that, and we'll get all of us in there. And
they can bring the D&D know-how. We'll bring the tech know-how.
Yeah,
it'll be sweet.
We'll make it happen, and yeah, it'll be friend tickling good.
Fucking shoehorn. Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
they may not want their name associated with it, but we'll happily have our name associated with it.
Good times.
Yeah, so from one nerdy role-playing thing to another role-playing thing that I wanted to talk about just because I've been getting back into it because I've had a couple of the books come up for cheap, and that is the Lone Wolf books. Now,
Never heard of.
So for those of you who don't know what the Lone Wolf books are, essentially way back in the day in 1982, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingston created the Fighting Fantasy books, which are a single-player role-playing game book. So essentially, imagine Choose Your Own Adventure, but with role-playing aspects chucked on top of it. So this is Steve Jackson who did multiple stuff with Games Workshop. He was the co-founder of Games Workshop.
So it looks very GW, like old school.
Not the Steve Jackson of Steve Jackson Games.
Right.
So it's very confusing. You have two Steve Jacksons, both in the gaming industry.
Both killing it.
But very different routes. One created Munchkin, the other created Games Workshop.
Sure.
So Fighting Fantasy were like the dad of them, right? And then Lone Wolf books came along, and they came out in 1984.
Lone Wolf, is that like... did they do other things? I just remember the Lone Wolf logo for some reason.
Maybe. There's, so there are 31 books as of currently. It was started by Joe Deva. He was the guy who created them, and he illustrated them as well. He did books 1 to 8. He wrote... Oh, sorry.
No, it's not on the screen because it's 20.
Deva wrote the first 29 books of the series, and his son Ben wrote the rest. And then also Gary Chalk did some illustrations in the first 8 books is what this says, sorry. Okay. So the first ones came out in 1984, and essentially what it is, you take the role of a monk and your monastery has been destroyed. And then essentially you can use a dice, or the book has like a random number generator chart and stuff in it, and you just read along and it's like, okay, you get to this point, what do you do? And then it'll be like a couple of options. And you go, I want to walk towards the screaming noise. So it goes, go to 184, and then you flip through the books until you get to like paragraph 184, and then you read that, and then it'll tell you to do a thing, and there's multiple different endings, like your character can die, and so you go through, and then there's multiple arcs that your character carries through multiple books. So I think the Kai arc is the first one, which is books 1 to 6, I want to say. And so there's multiple of those. So I've been just getting back into them. It's just good fun having a read and just playing along.
So it's kind of like, it's basically a complex choose your adventure book.
Yeah, choose your own adventure, but with stats.
Yeah.
Essentially, and like you roll dice to fight monsters and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. And then depending on how you go against the monsters and stuff, depending on how you go out, like the other side, so to speak.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
And you can find equipment, and you got food. You have to have food, you have to keep track of your food and stuff, because you might get to a part where it goes, oh, you've been in this place for a day, consume one food.
Right. So if you
if you have no
cool,
food left, you die.
So we're going to have a book each and complete this.
So I've been toying with the concept of doing some videos on it. Essentially just me sitting there reading a book to a camera and doing things, and then if people like it, eventually you could do some live stream versions of it where people could help choose which way to go and all that kind of stuff. And, I mean, there are 31 books of that, and Fighting Fantasy 1 there are there's a lot of them as well. Series 1, Series 2. So yeah, there's a lot, let's say that.
Okay.
And like most of them you can actually get for free online if you want.
Yeah, right.
But the Lone Wolf ones I've been getting on Amazon, and for some reason some of them are like $8, and other ones are like $20. And there's no difference in thickness and stuff. It's just But they've Lone Wolf ones have recently just been re-released, so they've all got beautiful new cover art and
I like the old school art.
The old school, that's the old school art you're seeing on the back here behind me.
That is, as I said, that's very like old school Warhammer. Like that resonates with me.
But the newer ones are a lot cleaner and a lot more Witcher-esque style looking art. And then the fighting fantasy ones, which are done by the Games Workshop guy, they are very much like, they look like fantasy, very like old school Warhammer fantasy style art.
Excellent.
So keep an eye out on that. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do some videos on it. If not, I did do one episode of a podcast version of it
Yeah.
way back when and put sound effects under it and all that kind of stuff. And it sounded pretty good, but fuck, it was a lot of work. I don't think I'll be doing that for every single one.
Because of the sound effects
Yeah,
component.
it took a long time to get like just
Find the
one-
right sound effect for the right
one
size, yeah.
fucking
Now
episode.
you have a nice little soundboard where you could possibly preempt
Oh,
one.
it was, look, if you want to hear the first episode, I will release it if you want, but don't expect any more.
He's releasing it.
I will. There will probably be more 2-camera pieces, and I've already had a little play with making up a little overlay and stuff with all the stats
okay.
and stuff on the screen. So, yeah, the Lone Wolf books, check them out. They're very, very fun. I'm sure they're probably in libraries and stuff. As I said, like it's been out since 1984, so you'll be able to find plenty of them. And Amazon, very cheap if you want to get them.
Next day delivery.
That's it. Or if you're in America, probably same day delivery.
Amazon, please sponsor us.
Hey, Amazon. And before we leave role playing, you know, Brock's about to try and step his toes back into the voiceover world.
He is.
Yeah, so coming back a little bit to Girls Don't D&D, they put out an open call for new voices for their new series. So Brock is going to throw his hat in the ring, and we'll see how it goes. I hope he gets picked for one.
I do too.
I hope he
too.
does.
It's funny. I actually don't know if Corey lets you know that he's picked you or not. I don't know.
From memory, I don't think he does from the brief
Yeah.
chat I've had a bit with Alana about it. So I think it's basically just you listen and, oh my God, that's my voice.
Yeah, which I think is a pretty cool way to do it because I've submitted a couple times before and Corey more or less said, look, it's awesome that you're in Newcastle because surprisingly he doesn't get many people who submit from Newcastle. So he said, look, you're in Newcastle, which means like short turnaround and that type of stuff. So I might reach out if there's like I need something off the cuff and whatnot. But yeah, whenever there's an open call, I'm like, fucking whatever. I'll have a little bit of a read and I'll submit a couple things through and we'll go from there.
Good thing we have a podcast. So we can get the Franticlers to go and message Corey and the Girls Who Don't D and be like...
So Bevan.
Go and message the Girls Who Don't D&D and tell them they need to put Brock on. Just spam them with
And
messages.
we'll get Brock doing some fun little voices. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yes. Get your little goblin voice on. Oh,
Oh dear God.
do a goblin voice for
No,
me,
I
Brock.
can't reveal in case I get picked. I need to let it all settle and
Or
go
you could do,
through
like get
and-
Elmo in there. Elmo could be a character.
Elmo.
Yeah, or Mickey Mouse. Oh boy! Oh, those goddamn demons are coming at me
There's
again.
there's probably some form of copyright on that.
I believe Disney are about to sue us. Oh boy!
Oh God! If that happens, we know we've made it.
On to another thing which we'll cover briefly because you guys don't give a flying fuck about this, but
I care.
Book World.
No, I don't care.
Yes.
I like Book
so this
World.
is
I
my
like Book World, but I don't care.
these are my romantic-y
Oh, these are your
books.
that's your fucking
my Maxton
show,
Hall
isn't
books. So you've got the
Oh, that's right. Because you said
Save Me, Save You, Save Us. So Save Me is the Maxton Hall book. Second season's about to come out, which is the second book. I've just got that and read it.
and that's right because they've only just recently been transferred.
Because they're German, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
It's funny because
You mentioned that the other
they're
day.
German, but they're based in England. So they're based in an English-speaking country about English characters, but because she was German that
but
wrote it, it's in
how
German.
many times do English stories take place in elsewhere? Like,
This is true. But yeah, so I've just read Save You, which is the second book. Just finished that one. Not as good as the first one. They follow that very typical. Obviously, I don't think you boys have read many like romantic-y, rom-com-y style
Not
books
a
and stuff. Very often I've found in like the trilogy-esque style books, they do the whole thing of. The first one's like people getting together. We finally got
And the
together.
the
And then
second
book,
one they have
second-
the
they
split.
break up,
Yeah.
and the whole book is just them about being broken up but wanting to get back together the whole time. And then
end of
eventually
the
they
book is
get back
together.
And you're like, just get together in the first one and stay together. Just I don't care. I don't want to deal with your bullshit. Just get together. Let's tell some interesting stories
So-
whilst you're together. It's like How I Met Your Mother. It's like they should have introduced the mum at the end of the first season, and the rest of the show was about them being together and their relationship leading up to the kids, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Or-
I don't- I
Or at least halfway through the show.
so very quickly on How I Met Your Mother. I do think she was introduced too late.
100%, way too
I
late.
do
But,
too.
but I think like the end of season 1 is way too early.
it
But
would.
you know what I meant.
Yeah.
I agree. I still think when they did it, it was okay. I think they did an okay job. Yes, I would have preferred her a little bit earlier. And
Also,
just have
she's
a
an
few-
incredible actor.
have
So
things-
She
I-
just won an Emmy
she did indeed.
and then broke it.
Clever.
She was at the after party, fell over and dropped it and broke it.
I still think they should have ended it at the third last episode They didn't need the 2 time skippy episodes at the end. End it there. At the end of the wedding, he sees her on the platform. That's it. The end. That's How I Met Your Mother. End it there.
I reckon there should have been
because they needed to tie it back in.
No,
I'm just saying they wanted to tie it back into Robin and all that.
No,
bullshit,
they didn't because they didn't need to because they had Barney with his redemption arc marrying Robin. Those two were fine. Marshall and Lily were fine. Everything was okay.
I'm not saying they needed to do it, but
ruined
I mean, that's how they
not everyone. I think Marshall and Lily's story still ended okay, but they definitely ruined Barney's timeline storyline with those 2 time skip episodes of him. Then
no, they didn't. They ruined Barney's storyline with How I Met Your Father. In
I
my
haven't
opinion,
watched that yet.
With his little guest appearance in that because they reverted him back. But his arc is
But
that he found,
reverted back in the show.
No, he doesn't.
Not
if you because he becomes a dad.
Yeah, yes.
That's
so
his,
then
that's his
again,
arc.
but like he was up here marrying Robin, nosedive again, got some chick pregnant, which brought him back with the kid.
But that's the point of it. The point was he was never in love with Robin from the get go. You could always see that he was never in love with Robin. He found true love in his child. That's what the story is for him. It is. That's what it is.
So
that's fine,
save me, save you, save us is not what we're talking about.
I know.
We need to be saved.
If you like trash, read these. They're good books. They're thoroughly enjoyable. The second one, not as good as the first one in my opinion, but yeah. So and the third one comes out in a month.
Question for you, because I know you may have watched. I doubt it. Have you seen the new book, or it's finishing up the booked thing, the Summer I Got Pretty or something? The final episode comes out.
I tried to watch it and it was shit.
As we're recording the final, finale's out today. It was all the talk of the watercolour at school today. Oh my God, you got to watch it? No, I'm not.
I tried to watch it.
Lisa's watched it. She's enjoying it, but I've tried to watch a few bits. I'm like, everything is forced. And as you said, you can see the tropes coming a mile away. Gets with this person, breaks up, gets together with brother, breaks up, gets back together with first boy, brother still has feelings. Like, and that's from like the 3 episodes I've watched.
If you like any of those types of shows, watch Maxton Hall. Maxton Hall is fucking phenomenal.
And Maxton Hall, if you want to an English Australian sponsor,
go us. Yeah, so second book's pretty good. Not as good as the first one. Third one comes out in another month or so, and I'll tell you about that. I'll tell you about the Hoff trilogy.
So I'm still kicking through bloody Brandon Sanderson's books, and fuck me, they are some chunky books. I am about 25% through, so that's about
what, 28 hours?
Probably more. It's about 14,000 pages.
I think from memory, book 3 was...
This one's 1450 or something like that.
This book 3 was 26 hours, I think it went for, the audio book.
Either way, getting through it, it's chunky. It's a lot. I was very, very worried because it's of how they were going to set it out. I mentioned it the other week. Like, it's kind of 10 days, and I'm expecting that to either skip through 10 days and then whatever happens after that, or the book is going to be pretty much 10 days long. I am 25% through the book. I haven't finished day 2. But it's written well enough. It is still written in that long way where it's over-explained and over-thought and all that sort of stuff. Him. So it is just him. Personally, I don't mind it. It takes you along the journey. It really immerses you in the world. So personally, I don't mind it. I think he's found a sweet spot where he hasn't gone too far, but it's enough to get you into that world. It's good. It's written well enough that it doesn't feel like I'm only 2 days in until they say, right, day 3. And you're like, oh shit, that's right. Only 2 days have happened because of the way they're going between the characters and with the way that it's sort of, they interlock at a different point and whatnot. It's been a great read.
And this is book 5.
This is book 5, yeah. So
this is the last
one
of the half of the series.
Yeah. So this is the last one. The next one I think is like he's writing the next 3, which are going to come out in like 27 or 28 or something like that.
And apparently there's going to be a jump of
there'll be a jump
100 years or something.
I can't remember what it was, but there will be a jump. But I mean, the way that it's going right now, it's getting a little bit. You can tell the way that it's done. I can understand why he's gone for 10 days because it's getting a little bit too big. Yeah, like it's like all the characters are getting a little bit too, for lack of a better word, just they're getting too big. and what they're trying to do is kind of...
So he needs some plot armor in it, does he?
Yeah. He needs some stuff to sort of resolve this story and then skip, like resolving this story and then skipping makes sense.
Because he can...
Yeah, pretty
solves
much.
Everything.
Exactly. And I mean, I'll get into the Mistborn series, which is all around the Cosmere and all that sort of stuff, which is linked in with this, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, it's surprisingly intriguing the way that he's been able to write 14,000 pages across 2 days of storytelling.
I'm up to book 3 of the End Times, the Curse of Cain. It's good so far.
What's that?
It's the End Times, so it's basically it's old now, but it's how the Warhammer ended their fantasy version and brought in their new version of Age of Sigmar. So basically, the End Times, everything was destroyed, chaos took over, and everything sort of all humanity was like rescued into these different realms and things. So it's basically just the first one is the return of Nagash, who is like the great Lich Lord, Lord of Death. He's come back. The second book was the fall of Altdor. So basically, the Emperor died, but in doing so, like stopped a big Nurgle incursion and sort of started the process of assuming of how humanity is going to transcend. And then this is the Curse of Cain. So it's following the Witch King, who is the leader of the Dark Elves, and how he's interacting with chaos and things. So there's the Skaven book I've got to read too, and I think there's the Archaon one as well. So
I think I'll dip my toes into Warhammer at a point in time, like whatever stories they've got. I think I do want to read some of the Horus Heresy stuff. That would be good.
Book 1 to 4.
Yeah,
book 1 to 4 is quite good. Books 1 to 4, and then there's a few others where you could sort of read like a few books, but it's more like you're going to read book 6, book 12, and book 18 or something like that to pick up that storyline.
But then for now, I think I'll finish this one. I'll need a palate cleanser of some kind, definitely, whether I dip my toes back into...
The Heresy books are pretty easy to read.
If you want to...
Especially the ones by Dan Abnett. They're very...
The first one, Horus Rising, the first half of that was quite painful to read. It took me 3 or 4 goes to actually get through the first half.
Yeah, okay.
But then it's like you turn a page and it's like, oh my God, all of a sudden, I'm no longer walking uphill, I'm walking downhill. This is brilliant.
And then the first Heretic was phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's based before the Heresy books, but it came out after kind of thing. Okay. It's like a prequel book.
There are some, like if you were deep into the game like I was at the time, there was one called, it was an assassin one, where it was like all of a sudden you like follow like this troop of assassins that were hired to go and kill Horus. And so you go down their path of how they're going to do it. So like there's the different assassins. You got the sniper assassin. You got like the up close and personal one. I can't remember all their names.
Did it have the butt girl one? Have you ever seen that model, the butt girl?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious. It's like she's like full down, like rabbit ear, butts up, and like the sniper's placed in between her butt cheeks.
But if you want a palate cleanser and you want to dip your toes into Warhammer, Cypher's Cain I think is a fantastic book to read. It's a series, but you can just read book 1 and it's fantastic. It explains things really well to you, and the character is got that nice mix of humor and seriousness in it. So,
see, I'll be honest. I thought that all the Warhammer books wouldn't be a great palate cleanser. I thought they'd be a little bit too meaty, a bit chunky to actually get into.
There's everything. Like
they're chunky because there's so many, and the story's so big.
Sure,
but it's only big because it's spread out across so many books.
Sure.
So many
each individual book is fine, but because you got to remember that there's minus the 2 hidden prime arcs, there's 18.
There's 18 prime arcs, 18 legions.
18 legions, and each legion has its own stories and stuff like that.
Sure.
But then you've also got like then the demons start coming into it, and then you got the Eldar, and then you got the Necrons, and
the Imperial Guard. Like I said, it depends on what you're after. Like it's basically you can pick your own adventure. And like if you want, I said, a bit of comedy, a bit of lightheartedness, go Cypher's Cain. If you want something a bit, they said, deep and meaningful and meaty, you'd probably go the Horus Heresy.
Or there's like there's a really good one already called 15 Hours, based on the Imperium, like the Imperium of Mankind, like just your grunts, and it's about them on the front line against the orcs.
Sure.
And it's called 15 Hours because when you're a new soldier, your estimated lifespan is 15 hours.
Yeah, right.
And it was a really enjoyable book to read. And it's just all about like new recruits on the front line and stuff against the orcs. And the orcs are just fucking mental cunts.
There's another series. I like there's an Ultramarine trilogy, which is fantastic. So it follows Captain Uriel Venturous, who's captain of the 4th Command. And basically the first book is him landing on a planet, and all of a sudden like he ends up going down in this adventure and ends up versing the Nightbringer, who's like the god of Necrons and things. So there's stuff like that, like and then he goes off on tangents with Iron Warriors and Tyranids and things. So it's basically it's pick your own adventure, and you can read. There's one-off books, there's trilogy books, there's huge anthology books. Like you do.
So with where I was going to go for my palate cleanser, I was either going to go to Neil Schusterman.
Save Us, rom-com.
No. Neil Schusterman, who I've spoken about in the past. We're introduced by Lana, and his Scythe series, which I mentioned a few weeks ago about like how they were looking at potentially doing a series on it. But the other one I was having a look at, which my brother-in-law reminded me of from reading when I was really, really young. And like, fuck, I keen as to go back and read those. Del Toro Quest.
Yes.
Do you ever remember those books? I am trying and really struggling to remember the premise of it, but it was like about some stones or something, and those stones that they basically each book was set around them going out and searching for a stone, and that stone went into. It wasn't a gauntlet. It was like a sword. It was a sword.
Think of the Infinity Gauntlet, effectively. Like
it was kind of along those
like
lines, but aimed at it was aimed at teens or young adults.
There are
and stuff
actually
like.
a few books from like that sort of generation. Like there's like Skullduggery or something like this. Sort of that sort of teen sort of like level book that like actually looks really interesting to read. Just don't have the time to sit down and read them all. But yeah, like you go through the library, like, oh my god, that looks sick.
Yeah, because I think they had either 7 or 8 books. And back in the day, you were keen as like get the book, read it, and whatnot. I think you'd knock them over and probably in like a month, to be honest, with where they're probably. I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to get one of those books, give it a read, and see how it held up. Because I remember as a kid, fucking loved them. Could not tell you what that story was. It's been so long.
It's funny, like you're talking about the palate cleanser and stuff. Like you think of Brendan's books, and like let's say the situation in like I think it was the 3rd book when they're trying to fight the evil people on the plains, and it's
the final
the entire book leading up to this big battle. They're trying to fight them. Let's put that into Space Marine terms. All right, the spaceship lands. One of the people walks out and goes, "We're claiming this planet for the Imperium." They say, "Nope." He goes, "Okay." They hop back in their ship. They fly up, and then a blast comes from a spaceship and destroys the planet. That would be Brendan Sanderson's books done. Situation solved. Baddie's gone.
But see, and then
Jesus,
like no joke. They just go
quick book.
claiming it, and they're like, no. And you go, all right, fuck you, soy up.
Whereas Brandon's books are like
he'd do the same thing, but he'd take 15 years.
No. His books are honestly, the way that I'd put it is they're written in far more of almost like like an espionage way between all of the different people trying to infiltrate this, that, and the other, and overcome this, that, and the other in different ways. I'd almost put it like that. Like, it's
as opposed to let's just blow the planet up.
Yeah. But
these people are idiots. Let's just blow it up.
And the latest book, it goes further. It goes further down the espionage route with Shalyn and the way that she uses her powers and whatnot, and it's pretty fucking cool.
So speaking of like TV shows and stuff that turn into books, like you were saying, that Scythe one was getting turned into a series. I have been watching for a while now a show called Foundation on Apple.
Oh yeah,
it's a sci-fi show.
To be really fucking good.
It is so good.
Apple, I think, is becoming the go-to.
Well, this is one of the first shows that came out a while back. I think it's up to season 4 now. It's done by David S. Goyer, who is TV royalty, and it's based on Isaac Asimov's Foundation books. And if you know what that name is, you're like, I know that name, but I don't know where from. It's because he wrote the robot books, which is the books that set forth the laws of robotics, which are the robot cannot kill, cannot change.
The iRobot one.
iRobot is based on those books.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until the other day that all of his works are actually combined. So the robot's books are based in the Foundation universe.
Okay.
And apparently he didn't write them like that originally, but when he got towards the end of his books, he was like, "Oh, these are the same thing," and so he retconned his own books to merge them into one universe. Right. So when they were doing the Foundation show, they didn't have the rights for the robots books. They only had the rights for the Foundation series, so they couldn't directly reference the robot stuff. Right. So there's a character in it she is a robot.
Sure.
And she essentially has been alive for the arc of these royalties. So essentially there's these emperors, but it is a singular emperor. But at any time, there are three versions of this emperor. There's the kid version, a middle-aged version, and an elder version.
Sure.
And they're clones. And there's always so whenever the older one dies, essentially they birth a new one. So there's always 3 ruling.
Okay.
And this robot is the maid of these emperors, and she's there the whole time.
Yeah, right.
And apparently they've just gotten the rights to the robot books, so they can now explain her backstory into the robot wars and how robots became extinct because they eventually evolved past the laws that ruled them and all this kind of stuff. And wow, is it a good show? Like I've halfway through season 2 now, and because it was just one of those ones I just slowly watch, because you watch it and it's like this is a lot. Like, this is a lot because it's like massive, spanning over 100 year, like big year gaps and stuff. And you're like, this is just, and like I think it was the first episode or the second episode on the main Galactic Empire planet, there is a space bridge that goes up to like, so you have like your hub up in outer space, and there's a big cable that runs down when the elevators go on. Mm-hmm. Terrorists blow it up, and the cable gets loose and then just drops to Earth and just wipes shit out. Like, imagine how long this cable would be, and apparently like, it just wraps around the planet and just destroys as it wraps around the planet.
So there's a very similar concept in an anime that came out on Netflix this year, Moonrise, I think it was, and they actually do a very similar thing because the idea is that you've got the Earth persons and people who now are on the moon, and the people on the moon.
I think Gundam might have done it as well.
Well, there you go. People on the moon.
Have you watched Moonrise?
Episode 1. That was it. And
I've heard many good things.
Episode 1 was good. Like, I really enjoyed it, but unfortunately I just forgot about it.
So, speaking of books.
So before we jump on, watch Foundation. It is fucking phenomenal.
Just fucking get on board Apple. Like, I mean, I was watching Invasion.
So I'm up to episode 2.
And again, they're a show that you have to watch an episode or two and then have a break.
And you also can't
episode
watch it while you're doing other shit because half of it's not in English. Yeah. So you kind of like, you'll be watching, you're doing something, you're like, yeah, I'm getting this, and then all of a sudden it's like Japanese starts speaking, you're like, fuck.
Because one of the main characters or the main like personnel arc within their space is Japanese.
I can't do what he does and paint and watch a new show. Like, if I'm watching a new show, I need to watch the new show.
I can do it, but as soon as there's intrigue, well, there goes that, and I'm on that.
Yeah, exactly. So continuing talking about episodes and books, we're going to talk about Why the Last Man, episode 5 or volume 5.
I haven't read it, so.
Oh, okay.
You said you read it ages ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. I haven't reread it.
Well, so this is actually probably my favourite volume so far.
We can talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm quite happy to because I remember it as you're talking about it.
I agree. I think the first one is still sort of where the bar is, and this is with the bar for this one. Now, I'm currently reading issue by issue purely because that's how I have it in digital format.
Well, this is actually one of the longest volumes too. Like, I noticed the volume 4 was relatively short to read. This one, it was a bit chunkier.
But I also was able to get through it.
Yeah, it was still
easier.
easy. Yeah, it was still easy.
I got through this one easier than the other one, probably because the last story took me through a fucking whirlwind of whatever the fuck was going on. But I mean, still this confused. One it was good. I mean, there was the offshoot story that it started off with his interaction when he went to the church. Because he went to the church, tried to find a priest so that he could confess his sin,
murder from the last book.
Exactly. Meets Beth. Beth is not his Beth. Beth is the name of his Australian fiance, kind of. Who meets another Beth. They ended up like hitting it off pretty well. They end up sleeping together, and then he regrets it and all that sort of stuff. So it was kind of, it was like a good arc the way that they did that part of it. Expanded to a bit of the Amazons arrive, and he does a really cool magic trick where he does the float, or apparently it's a really common like floating trick.
I thought how to levitate things.
Yeah, I thought they were going to explain it. I'm like, oh cool, I want to know what this is, and then they didn't. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to Google that later, and I haven't yet. That was pretty cool.
But we go from that, and then we go into the so we know that cosmonauts had a boy, so it was Russian, so there's a new Russian baby boy around there.
Yep.
And then we get a bit of backstory on Hero from how she transitioned to be an Amazon to begin with.
I quite like that arc.
And then how she came back from after being locked up with the female prisoners back in book 2 to where we got to now and things like that. So
basically highlighting that she had been severely brainwashed over the course of time. Like the way that she grew up as a kid, she rebelled, she did things that maybe weren't
always
in the best light. Always clashed. Well, not even just the father, just the parents. Yeah. And then Yorick would try to put his lightheartedness into it and
make it worse.
And it would spiral, etc., etc.
But then I think the best part of this book was we actually started to look into some of the theories of why he survived. So there was the theory that it was the amulet that 355 stole from Saudi or wherever it was in the Middle East. That turned out to not be right. as we all move our phones to stop static. There was the other theory that it was the engagement ring he bought for Beth because he was wearing that the moment that was stolen. He then got very sick. Turned out to be food poisoning.
Yes.
And then
botulism.
and now the current theory is that it's something to do with ampersand. He has the somehow an inbuilt immunity, and it's
because he was throwing shit all over the apartment.
Yorick somehow absorbed a monostrain of it through just breathing in fecal matter and things from ampersand, throwing his feces around. So yeah, it was quite good. We got a bit more backstory on 355 and the Culper ring and things like that. So. Yeah, I think this book it was enjoyable and one of my favorites because we got information. Whereas I said, Volume 4, the last one, was just a mind fuck.
They just threw stuff at you.
Really, all we learnt was he was kind of suicidal to a point because he didn't believe in himself. But now we've moved past that and we're on to the next step. So, it looks to be good. So they got to their San Francisco, they got to the city and did tests, and now they're off to try and rescue Ampersand as he was stolen by a ninja.
And that ninja, for all intents and purposes, looks like she was hired by Dr. Mann, or at least they're alluding.
Dr. M, yeah.
Dr. M, Dr.
M.
Mann.
And then, it ends with it's going back to Japan. Oh, that's where my mum lives. So.
Yeah. But also, like it said Dr. Because even when they were talking, like it said, even Dr. I think she said Dr. Mann in the book said that the fruit would help calm you. It might have been Dr. M as well. I might have just had Mann in my head already, so I was running with it.
But that's not her last name, so.
Yeah, it's a Yamitsuki, I think it was. So, playing on that Japanese name.
So Volume 6, we're heading to Japan. So if you're following along, let's go Oriental.
Grab it, and we'll continue reading, and we're all getting towards the end of it. Getting towards the end of the 100-ish, 60 issues?
10 volumes. I
think
it was about
60 issues, I'm pretty sure it was, so we'll enjoy that, and then after that, we'll figure out what's going to be next, and we can start reading along those lines.
Also, on the note of talking about comics and whatnot, jump onto where you get your comics from. Because the Absolute series, you can finally start to get some hard copies of the trade backs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can now get trade back of the Absolute Batman. I know that you can readily get that on Amazon. That's the Zoo arc, yes. So, get on board that. I'm not sure if Wonder Woman or Superman's available just yet.
Because they're at the same issue count.
They are close. I think they're out by like 1 or 2 issues. I think Superman's caught up now, but I think it might have been 2 behind the other ones. I expect that they'll be available pretty soon as well. But I love that.
We can't be far off Justice League.
All the different arcs are up to... Well, the Trinity are up to about 11 or 12, thereabouts. I got the last couple of issues this week. I haven't read them yet, but I'm going to give them a gander. And the others are around 6. So that's like your Green Lantern, Flash, and Martian Manhunter. We haven't seen Aquaman yet, so I'm not sure if he's on the horizon.
I know Catwoman's coming into Batman.
Yes, Catwoman's coming into Batman. Well, I think they've already had Selena. I'm pretty sure because, from memory, they've already more or less introduced a lot of...
Well, Selena was, she's just a friend from the childhood.
Yeah, because there's Selena, you've got Killer Croc, so I've just gone blank on his name, but you've also got...
Harvey was in there, Riddler's in
Nigma,
there.
Harvey, so they're all there as almost like this little crew that they grew up together and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to see how they sort of span out from there.
Like Gotham.
Yeah, exactly. So how they span out from there and bring on their alter ego, so to speak.
Gotham,
it had its place.
It was hard to get through that first season of Gotham.
Yes.
It took me a long time to watch that first season.
It got really, really good. I've still not seen the last season though.
See, I watched it. I tried multiple times to watch that first season. I'm like, this is shit. And then
to be honest,
friend of the show, Hoffman, was like, Adam Hoffman, he was like, dude, you've got to watch it. It is so good. And I'm like, and I got through it. I was like, once it got into it, and like you got like fucking Joker car started come into it, and legally we couldn't call him Joker, came into it, and like Solomon Grundy.
Yeah,
I just had a thought how it would have been better if it had started with, because the focus was meant to be on Jim Gordon and everyone else. It wasn't supposed to really focus on Bruce, but it inevitably did.
No, of course
it was always going to.
But it should have focused on Gotham at a time where Bruce was away. So that time where Bruce was away doing his training with Ra's al Ghul or whatever it was, and then that's when Jim was holding the fort down. Everyone else was starting to get their comeuppance, and then that's when Batman then finally returns. Everyone's in full flight then.
See, I personally think they need to make a No Man's Land TV show.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a Batman TV show, then that needs to be the show because it has every one of Batman's rogues gallery in it. It has the entire Bat family at that point in it. And it is just essentially what happens is a giant earthquake happens and Gotham takes like the brunt of it. And the US government pretty much say, okay, Gotham is a no man's land. But Batman's not there when it happens. So throughout the start of it, he has to try and break in. But when the earthquake happens, essentially all the baddies take over chunks of Gotham as their own and rule.
It's kind of what happened in the end of
There
Gotham.
was a no man's land in it, yeah.
Yeah.
But the book is so good. And my favorite part is like Batman's there and Superman comes in and he's like, I'm here to help. And Batman's like, fuck off. This is my hood. Piss off. And Superman's like, and he's like, nah. Fuck off. And Superman's like, all right, and flies away.
Well, there's also a thing, like I mentioned it a few weeks ago, where Zach Kreger, he did Barbarian. He's also recently done the one, I think it's called Weapons, that came out recently.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
I haven't watched it. Haven't watched it yet.
I've heard nothing but good things.
It was so good.
So yeah, pretty keen to watch that one. But apparently he has a script written, which is kind of like an underbelly element of Gotham, just going through all the rogue gallery with Batman removed from the story. Like, yes, he pops in here and there. I think would be
basically No Man's Land and kind of gang kind of
but see,
gang
that's
war.
what I wouldn't mind them doing with the Matt Reeves thing. You've done the Penguin one. Batman wasn't involved. You can go and do a Riddler storyline. Well, maybe not Riddler because he's already been in it and things like that. But you could go do the Catwoman storyline or whatever it is in that. Like we did with
his
Penguin.
Catwoman was crap.
No, I'm just saying.
Batman was fantastic. Like, that was a great version of Batman. That version of Catwoman was shit. I
agree.
sorry.
I'm just trying to say, like, you could go do things like that sort of thing. Like, have your one-off seasons where it's just focuses on that character and then move on. You don't need to build on it.
I think Nolan nailed Catwoman, in my opinion.
Yeah, he did really well.
That was a good version of Catwoman.
You didn't like the Halle Berry one?
Moving on. So it was circling all the way back to the Absolute arcs and whatnot, and to your point about bringing the Justice League together.
I don't think I can get over that.
I know that there is a crossover in the works where at least I'm pretty sure it's Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman tying in some way, shape. No, like it's already. They've already said
Snyder is the king of fucking crossovers.
Yeah, so they've already said that it's happening. It's just a matter of when we get that issue, and I'm pretty sure it was those three
next week.
There you go.
And also by Snyder we mean the comic book writer Snyder, not Captain Fuckwit Snyder of the movie world.
Speaking of movies, I went to a movie on the weekend.
Oh my god, did you? What was it? I don't know. What could it be? Oh, Demon Slayer.
Who brought him? First of all, it was the first time going to a movie solo, and that was an interesting experience. You guys done it before?
Yeah, I remember. I love a good solo time. Just sit there, just chill the fuck out, nothing happening except for popcorn, Coke, and a fucking film.
I enjoyed it.
So not in a long time, but yeah, it's good. I enjoy it.
It's even better once you have family.
Well, that's where I got it from one of the guys at soccer who was
like, right now that you have a kid, it's like it's the best. Just sit there and just nothing.
So one of the guys at soccer was chatting after one of the games. One of the 17,000 got watched. He's like, "Yeah, I might go see a movie tonight." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, what are you saying?" He's like, "I'll just go by myself. Leave the kid in bed and the wife in bed. I'll go." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Thinking that was horrible. Then apparently everyone does it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. The only issue I had was going to the movie solo was I missed the post movie
the
talk.
debrief.
the post movie debrief. Like walking out going, I like this bit, without this bit. Like I missed that. Other than that, it was fine. Like
see, I quite like being able to leave and sit in your own thoughts about the movie. I don't mind that when you've watched it.
I like to chat.
Yeah.
I like to chat.
Yeah.
But no, so
just talk to yourself.
I did.
You do it anyways. What did you think about it, Zach? Oh, you know what, Zach? I love this part when the thing happened. Oh, yeah, I enjoyed that part too, Zach. But
hey, did you not see? I filmed the response on Instagram. So Demon Slayer Infinity Castle is the first of a trilogy of movies finishing up the TV arcs. Has been revealed too. They're looking at editing this and releasing the seasons moving forward, but. So
they're doing it reverse rather than doing the TV show to a movie.
So they did it after season 1 with the Mugen Train arc. That was a movie that was canon, and then they end up editing it into a few episodes to release a mini season effectively.
Sure.
So there's talks that it'll happen again with these 3 movies. But yeah, other than
you got to make that money somehow.
Oh, mate,
there's going to be a lot of time between these films, so
the animation budget was worth it for the first 20 minutes. So basically, the end of the last season, they've entered the Demon's Infinity Castle, and it's literally just you sort of see it in the background. It's just different axes, buildings coming out of the wall, going in, moving around the whole time, and they're falling, and you're seeing all the visual effects of buildings just erupting, coming out of the screen, moving, changing, doors opening, all that sort of stuff. It was just phenomenal. Would give people motion sickness though, so be warned. But no, other than that, it was a good storyline. We got backstory on the two of the three upper demons a bit more. The storyline, we got straight into action as well, so we didn't need they just literally picked up. There wasn't any half hour of let's ease into the movie. It was just movie starts, we're into the action. So that was a great point for it. My one downside was the backstory we got of one of the demons at the end just dragged a little bit too much. So have you seen any of the TV series?
Oh, I've seen the first five episodes.
I was going to say, I started watching it a long time ago.
In all honesty, it bored the shit out of me.
And that's a lot of people say visually Demon Slayer is fantastic. Storyline leaves a bit to be desired.
Yeah, that's not my bag.
But yeah, so basically there was at the end of the second main season, the last episode and a half was dedicated to the demons that were dying, going through their backstory. It was just a bit of anticlimactic to get it then and there. It was the same thing here. I felt it was great to learn the backstory of this character and what made him into who he was, but it was just at the wrong part and then went on for a bit too long right at the end of the movie. And the movie was almost
is the manga finished?
The manga's finished, yeah. Everything's finished.
So essentially, you could just read the manga and know how it finishes.
I could.
Yeah, okay.
I won't for this because I know.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying that you can if you want.
Yeah,
okay.
There is a dedicated timeline. So One Piece, I'm very much at the point of it's throwing me over the edge. I'm going to have to read that manga to figure shit out because it's just taking too long. That's another rant for another time. But yeah, no, this was fantastic.
Oh, no, that's a repeated rant for you.
But Demon Slayer said it was fantastic. We got good action. There was plot twists in there that you didn't see coming, which was good. Usually you can see them coming from a mile away in anime and things like that. But yeah, no, it was fantastic. I highly recommend everyone going see it. And if you haven't watched it, it's actually worth a watch. Now that it's all out, you can binge it pretty easily and get through a bit.
I think I got up to the part in the first season where he's in the forest with a whole heap of other potentials.
Yeah, so season one, basically, you start off with, you get the base backstory, 1 or 2 episodes. The Demon King comes, kills his family.
His sister.
Yeah, kills his family, all but his sister that's turning into a demon. He somehow rescues her. She has a big part to play as the season goes on. Yeah. He then gets the training, which is the part you got to see.
Does she stop being, pervy and wearing the thing in her mouth and
yeah, because she effectively she learns to control it. She wears it because it keeps people safe to think that she's
sure she does. I'm sure restrained. That's why they kept it in there.
But no,
not fan service at all.
But no, she has quite a huge part to play throughout. But yeah, it's season 1 where you got is probably the slowest point. After that, he goes on his first mission and fights his first big demon, and that's pretty cool. Season 2 had some stunning visuals in it with that fight, and season 3 was pretty good. They fight 2 big demons. Season 4 is the training season. So
okay.
So season 4 leans into this.
Yes.
Leads into this.
Yeah, there's only 4 seasons from really 5 if you count the Mugen Train mini season, which is or you could watch it as the movie. So, and that was a great movie to watch as well.
Fair enough.
I look forward to movie 2 in 18 months' time.
Just a little gap there, little break in between sessions, just to give you a bit of a breather.
Yeah, I'll fill it with One Piece,
All right. Well, last week you would have seen us open on Instagram. See us open some wonderful Chinese cards. So that game is, you can see the logo up here, and obviously if you can read Chinese, you can read it. But it is called KU Marvel Hero Battle. It is an official Disney licensed game in China. Only China, and apparently the packs are legit. So I'm gonna guess our pack was opened beforehand, but the cards apparently are legit.
I'm still skeptical that they're legit. I'm not saying the game is not legit. I'm not saying the box is. I'm pretty sure that sticker was legit.
Apparently, the AliExpress where I got mine from, that's where you buy them from. That's just where they come from. And apparently they are legit cards.
So maybe you just got the cheap version because the box was damaged or something. I don't know.
I'm just going to guess that it was just sitting in a warehouse somewhere because it's an old set and it was just squashed. And they've kind of gone, you know what, let's chuck a couple of packs in this empty box and there you go. But apparently it's legit. I've got the rules. I've translated the rules using Google Translate. It's a very simple game. Essentially, you've just got five heroes face down, and essentially both players pick, or one player picks a hero, and then they pick one of the opposing player's heroes to defend. You flip them over, and then you both get a chance to play a supporting hero from your hand. You add the power of the one attacking and the support power of the one you played together, and then do any abilities listed on the cards. Whoever's is higher wins. The one who doesn't win goes to the demi zone, and then the one who does win goes to discard pile and gets replaced by the supporter. And then you just keep doing that until someone has no heroes left.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It's very, very simple game. So I'm going through and translating all our cards and stuff that I got, and we'll have a game at some point.
Yeah, right.
It's very simple.
Sounds very not as simple, but very similar to Top Trump. You ever played the Top Trump games?
Yes.
Where you get so basically you get a deck of cards. You literally just I think the deck of cards which has a good and bad half to the decks or something like that.
There's a variety of it. So Top Trump. So like I know there was a sporting one where you could go like, I'm going to play this card, but we're going off like shooting or something, and then someone's going to match, and whoever has the highest shooting
the soccer one that's been around for a long fucking time.
There's that one. There's car versions of it,
and they've just plastered every single IP on it that is fucking imaginable. It's entertaining for a little bit. I've got several of them at home. Just they ended up in various little. I know
people that used to play it for like soccer reasons, but they would learn the stats because then you'd start to learn all the stats. Players. Oh, this player's scored 58 goals and things, and you'd know it off by heart because you'd know what the cards were and all the stats. So.
Another cool card game that I've got that I bought because they had booster packs of it at Reject Shop for like $1 a pack, right? So I bought everything they had out of them. Was the Power Rangers TCG. Now, I only bought it because, like I said, they were $1. So I just bought a fuck ton of them and actually ended up getting enough cards to make decks. And essentially, it has a 1 to 6 power rating on the side.
Sure.
And you play a card and your opponent plays a card, and then you roll a dice, and that depicts how much power your ranger has versus their ranger. But then it gets to the point where you can actually, I can't remember how it worked, but you can actually upgrade them to become Megazords and stuff while you're playing. And it was super simple, essentially just mine beats yours kind of thing, but it was just a lot of fun game. And it had all like
simple, silly fun.
Like, pictures from the show of them just doing their like poses and stuff.
See, that'd be a great one to get around, just have way too many beers and then break that out. That would be very
much a beer and pretzel game. Very much a beer and pretzel game. So this one, it's pretty cool. The card art, there's some nice looking card art in those cards that we got, especially in the rarer cards. There's like 10 different rarities in the game. But yeah, some of the rarer ones, I got one of the top rare ones.
Can I get any graded?
Hey,
look, it may be real, but I'm not confident enough in the realness that it's worth anything to get graded. It's probably not even worth the amount of cost to get graded.
That's what we can do to prove if the Marvel ones. If you got a good Marvel card, you pull a rare.
I pulled like an MR, which is one of the rarest ones.
Well, let's get that graded.
We'll send it to TCG.
We'll do it at Sydney Comic on the weekend.
I'm quite happy to.
We'll really know if it's real or not.
Yep, there you go.
Fucking hell. I can't wait to see that come.
It's happening. We're getting it graded.
It just comes back with a question mark. That's your fucking, that's your rating.
But yeah, we as TCG will be at Comic Con. We'll be having round 2 of our or round 3 now of sending cards away for graded. So we're just waiting on round 2 to come out.
We're about halfway through that, wouldn't we be? It's been about 2 weeks since...
3 weeks, I think. So
yeah, I'll have to. It's 3 weeks. We got an email. I'll check up on when we got the email.
It was about 45 days from memory.
Well, they said 45 days it should take. Yeah, about that.
Probably about. Well, I think we're a little past halfway on
we'll
that.
We'll get out 17 slabs back.
Yeah, only 17.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun little guessing game there. Take up the entire episode of us just guessing.
Probably fucking will. Might have to break that up a little bit.
Jonathan said it should be done around the 18th of October, so we're probably
another month
out.
Cool.
Yeah, by the time we get it.
All right, we'll look forward to that in 4 weeks episodes. 4 episodes. Anything else we want to talk about, lads?
No, one last thing about Comic-Con. PAX, sorry. There's Nintendo coming and Crunchyroll and a few big companies coming up for PAX. So there'll be...
I know Xbox is there. I know that much.
Yeah, because they're doing a big thing on their ROG.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
But yeah, like I'm keen to go to the Crunchyroll booth and see what they've got there, and Nintendo as well. And
See what Nintendo come through with and what they sort of say, and I'm sure that they'll just be defending what they've done to their Switch, or at least trying to not talk about the fact that they need to defend it and what they're bringing through the pipeline.
So apparently the new Arceus games that's come out, the Legend Z Day or something, apparently there are just massive issues galore with it. Like,
has it come out yet?
It's about to come out.
Yeah, okay.
And apparently there's already a DLC content that people feel like they have to buy because it's already been released. It's not like someone was explaining, like, normally you'd play a game, you'd have it for like 6 months to a year or whatever, and then they go, oh, excellent, now here's your DLC content to add that little bit more. So people could go, oh, I'm bored with the game, I don't want to get it. Now people feel like they have to buy it because it's there at the start of the game. I'm only buying half a game unless I buy the DLC to unlock things. And so apparently there's a lot of fan issues with how this is working.
What the fuck would you need to download? What have they held back to need to do a DLC for a fucking Pokemon
So I know
game?
it's one of the DLCs has the new Mega Evolutions for Raichu. So there's 2 Raichu Mega Evolutions.
Yeah, but shouldn't they just fucking be there?
That's what people are upset about. Like, you bought...
Hey, got to catch them all if you give me the money.
You bought Red and Blue, it was the full game. You bought Gold and Silver, and it was 2 full games, effectively, and things like that. And so you would buy the game, you would have the game to go and play, and things like that. And then, yes, you'd have to go... Every game then had the events where you'd need to be playing it at the time to go and get, like, the new legendaries or the mythicals for that generation.
I am all for having, like, the DLC associated games. I'm all for it. I think it's a great thing that can add... It can add stuff to the game, but it shouldn't be required to finish the game. It should be bonuses. It should be extras. It should be flair for the game. Something to make it a little more fun.
This probably will just be flair. So I didn't do a lot of research into it, but the fact is, it's being released at the time of the game release. So everyone's going to think, well, do I buy this and not that, and therefore I'm missing out on everything else? Also, if you trade a Pokemon to this one, you can't trade it back to an older version. So if I get my gold version out, I can link it up, whatever I need to do, and I can trade a gold Pokemon from my gold Game Boy to the new one. Well, yeah. But I can't trade back to gold.
Well, you know why? It's because it's gone through a render, right? So it's gone from its 8-bit graphic through to its...
I'm sure, but at the same point, that's fucking dumb. I'm sure there might be... I was
wondering where the fuck you were going with that.
To be honest, I think you're being a dick, but it makes a lot of sense. So, but yeah, like, there's just issues like that where
someone at Nintendo's gone, fuck, he's onto us.
But there's just a lot of
How
issues
did they figure it out?
Normal gameplay and things that you were doing in the old ones, you are limited in this new version. So there's just a slight bit of fan uproar about that.
Oh no, how are you going to take your illegal ROM versions of the game to upload and not get the games back?
If the DLC is associated... If the DLC is associated to the other bullshit that's associated with the game, where you can go in and do those little arcade fucking whatevers, if it's associated to that, go nuts. You don't need that shit for the game. The game is going out, catching them all, battling who you need to, going through that main arc of like the gyms and all that sort of bullshit. That is the game. All the other stuff is fluff. If the DLC is associated to the fluff, I'm fine with that.
So the issue I have with some of the DLCs, they've already had, as I said, minor DLCs. Like, to get Celebi in Gold and Silver, you had to have gone to an event at the time of where it was the main game, and they would download.
I'm sorry, bro. I know you're newer to the world of Pokemon. That's how you got Mew.
See that?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
You had to go to Harvey Norman. You took your cartridge, put it in a little machine, and they pressed a button, and it went. Boop, boop,
but that's what I'm saying. They've always had minor forms of the DLC content like that. But that's the problem is now, like,
fucking young kids not understand how things work.
But I'm agreeing with you. I just used a different example.
Look how angry he gets at Pokemon now.
Yeah, I
know.
Wow, it really is chasing that Charizard, isn't
he?
I'm
a Pokeholic. I'm not. There's no denying it.
One of the big differences between those two there, where you had to go out and like load it into the cartridge and whatnot, that was free. Like, you just had to go to a location.
Oh yeah, get that Charizard ready.
You just had to go to a location and like do that. And I think for the sake of like going through the game and finishing the game, that's not too bad. But what we're talking about now is just making money. No, but yeah, what I'm saying now is that it is all about making money.
The new DLC is just money, because you can't. If you want to catch the Pokédex, you need to get all the Mega Raichus, but you can't unless you download the content and things like that. So yeah, I get it. Like, it's just money making because they know people do it because it's Pokemon and it's that shit is linked to world economy now.
Yep.
Okay, and on to a different thing that's not Pokemon. Just going to quickly smash through some things, some news that's happened.
Let's do it.
Sean Astin has been elected SAG president. For those of you who don't know what SAG is, SAG is the Screen Actors Guild. That's what their union in America for the actors. And Sean Astin has been, he's Bilbo, not Bilbo,
Samwise Gamgee.
Samwise. He was Samwise. His mother used to be the president 37 years ago.
Oh, there you go.
So she is, he has become the president.
He's not a bad actor. It's just very unfortunate. He's just so attached to Sam.
Yeah. Even before that, he was Goonies.
Yeah.
And was he in what's that one with the four boys on the train track where they find the dead body, the Stephen King book?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
He reads A Bad Case of Stripe on the Screen Actors Guild YouTube channel, so that's where I know him from.
Oh, okay.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't has got an official release date now, November 14 on Netflix.
On Netflix.
Apparently so.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to start off with a little bit of sad news that I've seen today, but Robert Redford has passed away at 89. Firstly, I didn't realize he was 89. So he, with one of his more recent roles, he was still looking like he was much, much younger than that. Very sad. For the Nerd World, or at least more recent Nerd World, MCU and whatnot, he was in Captain America 2, so The Winter Soldier.
In 2015, director Robert Rodriguez and actor John Malkovich completed a film that no one alive today is expected to see. It's titled 100 Years. The project is scheduled to release on November 18th, 2115. It was created in partnership with Cognac. And it is essentially because Cognac is aged a certain blah, blah, blah.
For 100 years,
This movie is going to age for 100 years before it's allowed to be seen.
Yep.
Which is fucking mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but apparently it's in like a hermetically sealed vault. Then
no one knows
blah,
the
blah,
script
blah,
or anything other than the actors involved, and they've all got NDAs and things like that, so they can't talk about it. And apparently in 100 years' time, we'll have a movie.
Oh, some zombie fucking going to find it and chomp on it.
But it comes out and it's like, that was horrible.
Oh, this was not worth the wait.
So Clayface is shooting at the moment. Yep. Apparently there's been references to Joker all over the set. So there you can see a screenshot of in this little circle. We've got Joker tagged on the wall. So
is this which Clayface universe is this?
I don't know.
Main universe DC one?
I need to go back and actually read it properly because I've read conflicting things, because I've seen that they want to do Gunn wants to do a continuation of actors within his new DC universe, and that would mean that I've just gone blank on it. Alan Tudyk would be Clayface. This Clayface has a different casting for the live action.
From what I've heard, this Clayface is based on the actor Clayface, which is what the animated series Clayface is based on.
That's more like where the story gets pulled from. Because Alan Tudyk had the brief part in the animation that came out, Creature Commandos, with Clayface. So with all those pieces together and based on a couple of things that I read, I was under the impression that this Clayface is associated to Reeves' universe.
Okay.
Based on some early bits that came out, early rumors and things like that. However, I keep forgetting to actually go a little bit further down the rabbit hole to find out if that is the case.
Very unlike you.
Because I've heard there's a Clayface for both universes.
There is. Yeah. There is a Clayface for both universe, or at least if this is if this is the movie for Reeves' universe, then yes, there is one for both. However, if it isn't within Reeves' universe, then it's more so like a reference within Reeves.
Again, obviously it probably hasn't been edited and things, but that looked a bit brighter, so I have a feeling it's the new DCU.
Potentially.
But that's just
potentially, but again,
that's my gut feeling of seeing one picture that may not be edited or things like that. So
we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes.
Over to you, sir.
On the note of Batman and Penguin and all the rest, you mentioned before that there was an Emmy that went to Christina for her part, but there was a total of...
Did she win that for the Penguin, did she?
Yep. Yeah, she did indeed. There was a total of 9.
The fourth actor to win something, win a comic book based Emmy.
So there was a total of 9 Emmys that the Penguin series won. It got Best Original Score, Best Special Visual Effects, Best Sound Mixing, Best Sound Editing, Contemporary Costumes, Prosthetic Makeup, Contemporary Hairstyling, and
that fucking
melodies
makeup
as well.
job on him, because in fact, it's not Colin
that
Farrell,
alone.
Like...
A trailer dropped the other day, and I started watching it, and I had no idea, but it's a Broken Lizard film. For those who don't know who Broken Lizard are the guys who do Super Troopers. Essentially, it's called Quasi. It's based in a like old England style era, and all the actors play multiple roles in it. It's like a king. That kind of sort of thing, like jester and like in the slums of England and stuff, and it looks fucking hilarious.
All right.
And I just started watching it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, "This is the Broken Lizard guys," and I'm like, "This is a Broken Lizard film." And so watch that shit because they've got some good films. They've got the Super Troopers 1 and 2. They've got the one where they going to the drinking competition.
I don't know.
How drunk?
Fuck it. Beer Fest. Beer Fest is fucking hilarious. Highly recommend that. And then they had one Baby Makers, I think it was called. A couple others, and Slam and Salmon was another one.
I might have to go down Broken Lizard rabbit hole.
So Demon Slayer, as I said before, it's broken records in America for the highest grossing anime-based film. So it did 33 million. Dragon Ball Super came in second at 10.9. So it smashed that record.
Cool.
There's a lot of other ones there lower. Also, then as the timeline for the movies are Part 1 this year, 25, Part 2, 27, and Part 3, 2029.
Cool. I got a question, and I chuckled at this, but why are vampires always wealthy in movies? Like, how do they make a living?
Investing.
Yeah.
If you've been alive since 1892 and still broke, just step into the sun.
I asked Lisa a question today. Getting a tattoo, obviously, important question. You know, you've got to stick with it for, our timeline, maybe 50, 60 years at most. Vampire's got, she's watching Vampire Diaries, and one of them is like covered in tattoos. I'm like, man, he must be really devoted to those tattoos. He's got them for centuries.
Yeah, but also technology these days, he's also got the pain threshold to be able to just remove it, get it back.
But they didn't have that at the time when he got them.
Yeah, but now they do. And I'm sure that he would have had other ways to be able to peel it back and go through. So,
isn't,
We need fucking new cords.
apologies for our shitty equipment. Isn't tattoo removal UV?
Sorry?
Isn't tattoo removal UV?
No, it's not UV, it's laser.
Yeah, but...
Isn't it like a UV light, though, that removes
I
it?
didn't think it was.
No, I thought it might be. Because that would be quite funny.
Just fucking peel the skin off. He'll be right.
Just cut it off and it'll just heal. Yeah. This one's not very nerdy at all, but I found it super interesting. So the quietest place on Earth, according to Guinness World Records, is the anechoic chamber at Orfield Laboratories in Minnesota, which reached an unprecedented sound level of minus 24.9 decibels in November 2021. Minus.
So it was destroying sound.
Yep. The room is engineered to absorb nearly all sound with foam wedges covering the wall, ceiling, and floor to eliminate echoes entirely. Inside, silence becomes so intense that visitors often hearing their own internal sounds, heartbeat, breathing, even blood moving through their veins. For many, the experience is more unsettling than peaceful, highlighting just how much we rely on ambient noise to feel grounded. Apparently, people they hear their body working. It's that quiet. It's kind of like that scene in Rick and Morty when Rick makes the floor perfectly level and Morty stands on it, and he can't. After he pulls him off, he can't deal with it, so he kills himself.
Yeah,
it's like that.
So going back to last week when I said that apparently there is talks to make a My Hero Academia live action, judging by this casting announcement, which I'm going to say is probably a heavy rumor, it'll be Western. But Emma Myers is reportedly playing Ochaka, who is Midoriya's love interest, main girl character in the show. And she is old love that played Enid the werewolf in Wednesday.
Yep.
So
and she's being typecast a fair bit.
I hate to tell you, that is so fake. Just for the because just for the fact of Wednesday just came out, so she's apparently cast in everything now.
Yeah.
Apparently she's Gwen Stacy in fucking Doomsday,
which I would fucking I actually get on board that.
This one I support that she'd actually do a good job in that role, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Exactly. All right, so everybody would have heard about Charlie Kirk and his assassination over the course of the last week or so.
Who is he?
So I've seen here's a photo.
You can show me pictures.
So
he's only someone really that I've only ever come across on those like late nights where I'm scrolling through like the depths of Instagram reels or whatever like it, and you see he just does debates, but
all I've seen on Facebook is someone says something bad about the fact that he got murdered, and then everyone cancels that person.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's what this is about, actually. Someone who came out. So he's very against trans and LGBTQ because of his religious upbringing and all that sort of stuff. And
he's a Trumper, isn't he?
He's with Trump, all that sort of stuff. And he was very. I always get the sides mixed up with the left and right. Whichever side he is on, he is fucking as far as you can go, and he is was very vocal about it. He was very vocal upfront, talking about it and all that sort of stuff in very public places, especially in America around universities and those sorts of forums. Okay. Anywho, so I know
South Park did a piss take of him, and apparently he found it pretty funny.
He basically just did like university debates on the grounds and things like that.
So in any case, DC Comics have actually cancelled the Red Hood comic book after writer Gretchen Felkin Martin shared social media posts that included stuff that I won't say because I'm just rereading it and it's quite full on. But in any case,
if you want to see it, go online and find it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit vocal.
It is very vocal, but I mean, one thing from that, like she should not have said or what she said, but the surrounding element of that comic being cancelled. Why can't they find a new writer?
Well, they've cancelled it and then they've asked all the retailers to ship the issues back.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
They said if you want, you can ship the issue back and we'll pay you back.
See, for me, that's an overcorrection, right? Yep, she said what she said. Do what you need to do in regards to what she said. What she said was overstepping what anyone should be. Like, I'm not getting into the whole freedom of speech and all that sort of shit. I'm not going to even start with that. But she said something. It was dumb. She should not have said it. What has happened to her in relation to her employment and all that sort of stuff, you know what, I agree with. The comic should not have been cancelled. It should not be getting ripped down off of the stands. They should be getting a new writer and they should be continuing the story because they are taking away something that people out there enjoy, read religiously and all that sort of stuff.
The funniest thing about the whole thing is, though, when DC put the announcement out that they're recalling the comic, everyone's like, well, I'm going to go buy 5 of them because now it's rare.
Exactly. That's it.
Now it's a collector's item.
Quick.
But this is the whole thing with cancel culture. Like, we touched on it briefly with the Neil Gaiman, with like Dead Boy Detectives and things like that. Like, a creator of something that has become mainstream pulp culture enough to get comics, to get Netflix shows and things like that. If the owner, creator of it does something wrong, fair enough. But as you said, go down a different path. Like,
fuck them up. Put something in legislation or laws or whatever that fucks them off and allows them to not be able to get any sort of money through.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
and then continue the pathway of being able to put out stuff that people enjoy. Cut off their royalties. Cut off their way to be able to make money from anything in the future, and have new people come through who are very capable. Because there are other people who are extremely capable of continuing those stories.
In the sense of like, the whole issue with J.K. Rowling, like her thing, she created, she owned it. But if you sign your rights up to give it to a movie or things like that, and then you come out and do something, that movie company, yes, it should have the rights to move away from it.
She created and she owned it, but there's still people who fund it.
The thing that makes me laugh about that J.K. Rowling situation is the fact of that has always been her opinion.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Even whilst she was writing the hugely successful book series that everyone loved at the time, that was always her opinion.
But it's like,
I think
then all of a sudden people found out her opinion, and it's like, oh well, no, you can't read those books anymore. You read them when it was still her opinion. Fucking separate art from the person, for fuck's sakes.
But that's what we're saying.
That's it. Like,
I know.
Especially
it just makes me laugh at that one. Like, it was always her opinion.
Like Red Hood, which is not created by this person. She's just picked up and written
apparently
this
it's
series.
Shit anyway.
It doesn't matter.
I've heard the art's atrocious.
Even if it is shit, even if the art's atrocious, like there are still people who will be enjoying it. Hence the reason they're still doing issues. But yes,
I mean, like Dead Boy
Detective, not my favorite character either.
But but Dead Boy Detective is a good example of it's something that came out, everyone enjoyed the first season, and it got cancelled because of what he was alleged doing and things like that.
But then all the other shows get cancelled that deserve seasons. It has nothing to do with people getting cancelled.
Exactly,
like Lockwood and Co. That was such a good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, speaking of books, that we need like teen books that I want to read. I want to read those books.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Because apparently, if they're anything like that show, great.
Well, I'd say that they'd be good enough because I mean they did the show about it. So.
But basically,
and very very quickly, Red Hood and how you don't like the character. Anywho,
for love.
Okay, let's concentrate for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Come on.
I'm with you.
No, just him.
He's a lost cause.
Red Hood, you don't like the story and that character and whatnot. Arkham Knight, the
Game
Batverse
set
games
match.
there. Fucking follow the Arkhamverse thing around the Arkham Knight and his storyline. That actually brings new light to Red Hood and is really, really fucking cool.
I just always found him a boring character.
Just don't do shit things.
This changes his light and it's awesome. 100%.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
That's how you want to end the episode. Just don't do shit
if you're
things.
writing
And
something
stay frantic.
that's massively nerdy, don't do shit things.
Don't do shit things because we want our nerdy things in all of the pop culture reference mediums.
Don't be fucking dumb.
That's what we're ending on?
Unless
Stay
you got
tuned.
something else to talk about.
Stay tuned. Rip Impacts. Stay on that journey. That's fantastic. We've got some other things in the works. Comic-Con, so stay tuned.
Comic-Con this weekend.
Stay tuned to the
PAX
vlogs
in a
that will
few
come out.
weekends.
PAX, golf. Oh, actually, that's the one thing. There will be Brock's got. We're all participating in the longest day. Brock's currently got his.
What is longest day?
Donation code up. So the longest day is it's a thing for charity in Australia, funded by the Cancer Council. So it's fundraising to fight cancer. So basically, the longest day is we're signed up to play 72 holes of golf, so 4 rounds of golf in a day. We'll basically
sunrise to sunset.
Basically, sunrise to sunset. There's 8 of us going, so we'll have 2 groups of 4 playing golf for the whole day.
Yep. All of the Frantic Nerdcast crew will be there.
Yep.
But yeah, so we will be posting our donation codes up on our socials. So feel free, donate to either one of us. Doesn't matter. It all goes into the same big pot for our team of what we're fundraising. But yeah, help us out and help fight a shitty disease.
Yes, 100%. And look, I'll put it out there. One thing that I'm doing, I've said through my socials and whatnot, that for every $100 donated, I will walk one of the holes. So bit of a big target, but I mean, it's a long fucking day. Walking it makes it an even longer fucking day. So if you want to see me suffer,
at least
get some money
a pretty
in.
Flat course.
It's still a long fucking day.
One of the things about this as well is I've said this to a lot of people that I'll be doing this kind of thing, and they're like, "Oh, you're just playing golf. Like, why should I donate?" And it's like, it's not about that. It's about the fact of the donation part is just you're donating to help.
We don't get any of the money. It's not like you're helping us.
What we're doing for it, you're helping donate to beat cancer. That's the goal of it. The fact that we're playing golf doesn't change it. 72 holes of golf is a lot.
Especially
your body is not meant to move the way it does when you hit a golf club.
And after one round of golf, it's the enjoyment diminishes very fucking quickly.
Especially when you play like us sometimes, and it's you're hitting bad shot after bad shot.
I'll be posting stuff up on the socials the entire day onto the Frantic Nerdcast socials as well, so you
definitely.
can enjoy how horrible.
Between the 3 of us, we'll be hijacking
there will be an over-under of balls lost just for AJ, because he loses enough across 1 round, let alone 4.
I'm going to buy a bag, and if it goes wayward, it's fucking staying wayward.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But yeah, so I want to open a pack on one of the greens with the team. So yeah. But yeah, so stay tuned. We got exciting things happening. I want to get the streaming channel up and running and start streaming some things live on Twitch for you guys. So we've got things in the works. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it around everyone.
And the more we get this into the world, the more cool stuff we can do for the Franticlers out there.
And at this point, I think we are 14 subscribers away from the next giveaway. So yeah, share it around. I said, help us by helping you guys get free stuff. So
bingo.
All right. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Bye, Franticlers.
Stay frantic.
Franticler! Hey guys, thanks for listening to Frantic Nerdcast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.